Thank you.
You're muted. Very good, thanks.
Yeah, because we all couldn't read it together.
That's very good. Sketchy. Could make sure the sketch side. Las Vegas. Oh, nice. Girlfriend's no way.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Can't wait to hear stories about that.
Anything else I need to stick around for? Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, we will ask for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve it.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved minutes of December 16th, 2024 regular meeting.
Motion approved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved employee claims filed with the county auditor for $644.37.
Motion to approve those claims.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This is an unusual feeling.
Makes it easy to do the minutes.
Next, need a motion to approve the holidays for 2025.
Make a motion to approve those holidays as scheduled.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approve a resignation of Justin Greenwell, Administrative Assistant for Zoning and Environmental Health, effective December 17th, 2024.
Motion to approve that resignation.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approve appointment of Planning and Zoning Commission members.
We had two, right? Mr. Waters and.
And Catherine Cole.
And there's one more coming that Amber's getting.
Yes.
So if I could have a motion to approve those.
Amber's bringing it in now.
Not yet.
She's
Oh,
right
you're
here.
gonna be getting them.
Yes, yep, it'll be coming in the mail.
Okay, okay. Make a motion to approve them.
I will second that. All in favor? Aye. And then approve an appointment to the Pioneer Cemetery Commission, and we have 3 there.
Should be just one. This should be your
Oh,
final
yeah,
one.
yeah, we did the other one.
Yep, Mr. Vanderhart.
This one's for Al
Al
Vanderhart.
Vanderhart, appointment to Al Vanderhart, so I'll make an approve that appointment motion.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Items for discussion, place on file the following manure management plans for Buckwash 2, Washington Township, Section 2.
Motion to place that on file.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Next, review new reporting ARPA guidelines. Okay,
Yeah.
I think Chris has got information.
Well, the federal government announced, wasn't last week, it was like the week before, new guidelines for reporting funds, the American Rescue Fund. And basically it all has to be done by the 31st of December. So I have been going through reports. There is projects that have been obligated that the funds have been spent. There's projects that have been obligated that the cost came in lower. So I'm trying to balance that all out to figure out what we have exact left. We currently have, let me. On what you have actually obligated. So we have about $214,000 that has not been obligated yet. And they're stating with the funds not obligated that it has to be, the resolutions no longer are valid. It has to be done with a memorandum of understanding or a contract. So going through the projects, and I'm not through all of them. There's some that went over a little bit. There's some that had money left. I currently have an additional, and keep in mind, I do not have everything in here yet. 115,000 or 150,000, 245.90 that has been obligated but not spent. So we will have to obligate that somewhere. What I was kind of throwing out different ideas. I talked to Buzzy regarding funds for the liaison officer. I did talk to Jason because, as you know, with IT, there's always upgrades that are needed. Just basic capital projects within the county, whether it be the courthouse, the DHS. We've had expenditures come up that we have paid that could possibly, I could move them to ARPA. One of the things I was looking at, for example, would be the overhang that had to be enclosed out of the EOC. I mean, that was $7,275 that we didn't have budgeted for. What we could do is I could put that in the memorandum of understanding and do a journal entry and move that from the capital projects fund into ARPA funds. The DHS repairs, what we've already spent, that was $6,463.62. That's another one, if the board chose, we could move that from our capital projects to the ARPA line.
Could we move the air conditioning work that we
We
did?
might get, that's not even been started yet, that $8,600 one.
Okay.
But
I
that-
thought that one we did earlier. I guess it was the electrical.
The electric. That 34,000.
Yeah.
But another idea is the bid that you guys accepted for the senior center project, because I think that was like 39,000. I can't remember off the top of my
Yeah.
head. That would be another one that would work for ARPA.
'Cause we
And
got the
that's-
bid on that
That's
already.
capital infrastructure improvements. That's a good fit.
Correct. And so my goal is this week yet to get a list of those together. I will get them sent out to you because we have to approve these on Monday. If we could get the exact ones obligated that we can. And then the remaining funds, just do like a county-owned property infrastructure improvements or something like that for the rest of the funding or the IT or what the sheriff requested. And then I have a sample memorandum of understanding and I will list all of those out in that. And then you guys can review it and approve on Monday.
If I can come up with anything, I'll get a list to you or anything I can think of too to help you out with that. And I really think the one that the sheriff came up with is a good one because that could avoid having to do with a budget amendment and stuff like that, so.
Yes, and that is correct, and especially with that liaison's officers' wages, part of them come out of the general fund and part of them come out of rural services, so that will help out in our general fund. And it's the same thing with these capital projects. This line is all in the general fund. So I guess I'm thinking in the back of my head, the more that we can save on the general fund, especially with our taxation limitation, I think that would be our best bet.
I agree. Well, if you need any assistance or anything like that, reach out to me and rest of the week and
Okay,
if you need any dollar figures for anything or anything.
yeah. I guess my next question before I put this memorandum of understanding together for next week, these two projects that I spoke of, the one that went for the overhang and the DHS repairs. Do you guys want me to move those from general to ARPA?
I think we should.
Then I would need a motion on that,
I
if
will
that's what you want to do.
entertain a motion.
I make a motion to move them two projects to ARPA.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you. All right, I'll continue to throw figures together and start shooting out some emails and hopefully I can have all this put together by Monday.
And then we can think about that HVAC project, for this air conditioner for VHS out there, $8,600 for that, Chris.
Who was the contractor on that?
That was Independence Plumbing and Heating.
Okay,
I think that would definitely qualify.
For sure would, yep.
yeah, well, basically any of them that would qualify due to the, now I lost my words. The loss of revenue that we did initially when we got the funds.
And then definitely a good one out there, the DHS one that we ordered, with 39,000 for the repairs.
For the senior center.
Doors and walls.
Well, and then you guys just had that other bid, but I don't think, did we actually accept that for the remaining repairs out at the DHS building that Mr. Schultz put together?
No, we haven't. Yeah,
Okay, all right, that's what I was thinking.
Concrete.
yeah, we're trying to figure out because there's kind of, at least two different people, there are types of work, concrete
Yes.
and tin siding work. And
Well, that could be one of those that can be thrown in with the generic projects when it comes to it. So basically what you guys can do is the remaining funds, once I get this, can be all obligated to those projects. I'll pull out what the sheriff needs. And then if Jason comes up with anything, he can report to you guys and myself, and it can be discussed and decided on Monday.
We just don't want to lose any of the funds.
No,
That would not be good.
no,
okay, well, thank you.
yep.
Since our public hearing is until 9:20, I will open up for public comments.
I consider for the ARPA funds, adding a second, wheelchair exit for the DHS building, and then maybe look around the other buildings and see if there's any other, wheelchair accessibility issues we have.
Exit freeze, DHS.
So the backside of that DHS building, the pantry has 2 wheelchair accessible entrances, but the DHS side only has 1, access wheelchair. So maybe something to consider.
Oh, yeah, but we gotta redo that back anyway. Do it as a ramp instead of steps.
Yes, sir. There were some complaints about, the aluminum, ramp there, that it gets a little slick for shoes, so,
Oh, for the food pantry?
yes, sir.
Yeah, I know it does have some neuralizing to it, but I don't know if it's the aggressive enough.
Something to consider.
And I don't know what the code, and maybe it's something on that as far as, I don't know how that code reads on that egress thing, if you got a building that, if you're just using one for egress in case of fire, but, you know, if somebody's in a wheelchair, it only makes sense.
Yes, sir.
You don't wanna take the person that's in the wheelchair to the fire and everybody else goes off.
Gonna sign in for the, I have everybody sign in, that's gonna be here for the public hearing, please. And thank you.
Any other public comments, Bob?
I don't know that, but next year, us becoming heavily involved in town. There's gonna be a new developer or an end buyer, so there's a lot of concerns in the county. Also, if you remember last year, during the legislative session, there were two attempts to circumvent with wind energy eminent domain, where they tried to get it in, where they would put that in the hands of the governor, take away the county's rights. So hopefully we're aware of what's going on. We contact our legislative people and prevent that from happening. I believe Next Era was one of the big companies that was kind of behind that as well. Great thing for that. Do you remember what those actual call letters were for those two failed attempts to take away our rights?
No, I don't.
So, I mean, it was kind of done on the sly and trying to sneak it in,
So
so.
we did the same thing with pipelines, so.
Yeah. So who can you trust?
That's right.
Now, as far as energy goes, I think we're gonna see some major changes happening in the next 4 years.
Nuclear, right? More nuclear.
Is that still a talk with Dwayne Arnold down there to,
They're reviewing it.
Yeah.
It's in the review process right now.
It's next to almost like besides Wayne Arnold, but four other nuclear plants in the United States. I mean, they're in with Black-Rock, they're in with Vanguard. It's all part of that. Big
Speaking
conglomeration.
speaking of nuclear, I happen to be on looking up some, I used to be in the Navy. I was looking up some Navy stuff, some about their A school stuff. They said one of the hardest schools in the Navy to make it through, other than the physical demands of being a SEAL, is take the nuclear A school in the Navy. That's pretty intense.
Clayton, it's 9:20. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I make the motion to open the public hearing.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
You're now in the public hearing. Comments on the EMS essential service are third and final reading. Thank you for being here, Dan.
Yeah.
There's no comment. I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second, all in favor? All right. And it's passed and on the third reading.
Make the motion that we approve the third reading of the EMS essential services.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Need a roll call on that one, Chris?
Please,
Or, yes.
Kurtz, yes.
thank you.
Fun begin. Any other public comments? I will take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.